Oh, no way. Looks like we got a couple visitors on our beach. It looks like they're heading back to the water. I love seeing turtles on my beach, but it does bring me a little bit of sadness because it makes me want to attack the mega turtle or mega crab. So I do kind of miss it. It looks like, ooh, they must have sensed some danger because the one went under a shell. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to another Boom Beach video. Christian and I took kind of a last-minute trip, which is why the last few days our uploads have been pretty sporadic. Got some fogginess in the head cleared up, which is always nice, but we are back with we're going to be doing Imitation game today, and what we're going to do with it is we are going to let Hammerman pick our troops today. I think we've done this before, but we have Imitation game today, and it's always kind of a fun time seeing what Hammerman can cook up. So stage 1 here, it looks like we got all warriors now. It's a very low level base, so I can't like match how many warriors he has, but we'll like do it per but you know what, I think I did this wrong already. I should only use how many boats they have. It's only level 1, so it's not like it would have mattered, but from now on, if they don't have a boat filled at all, we are gonna leave it empty like that, or like kind of like that stage where they don't have a boat unlocked or something like that. We have to keep it empty. So it looks like, see, this is kind of where the trouble comes in. They have 3 boats of Zukas, but you can see like possibly one of them is missing. I can't do that very easily, at least. So we're gonna go back and get 3 boats of Zukas loaded up here, and then we can only use those. And I guess you can't see heroes either. I'm kind of like changing the rules as I go here, but it's only low level stages, so this is the time where we can get our like head straight on what we want the rules to be. But on the GBE front, I'm not going to restrict myself from using any GBE, and that's for the better here. So like for stage 2, I guess I could just speed it up a little bit and throw some artillery and take out the HQ, which I guess we will. But that was the Zuka attacks. Not gonna lie, I saw like the cannon and boom cannon picking off a couple Zukas, and I was like, do I really want to shovel out the extra gold? But let's see what we got for stage 3, and we got 6 boats of tanks. We're gonna go ahead and see if we have a tank preset at all. No, we do not. That is because I don't really use tanks, nor do I really like them. But luckily for us, we actually can hold 3 per boat. So let's go ahead, get those tanks loaded in, and let's see. Do you guys think 18 maxed out tanks will be able to take out stage 3 of defending Hammerman? We shall find out right here. And also, I just realized I'm unboosted, but that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for me. You guys can see me struggle a little bit more, and I will somewhat expose myself probably on stage 7 to kind of a player I am. Now, what I do fear is stage 7 is going to roll around and Hammerman's going to copy a base that have no troops trained at all, and I'm going to be forced to try and bard it down with all energy. Let's just say if that happens, then I will use a hero. Of course, I would bring energy drink, something like that, and we'd be able to take it out. But it looks like we have tanks yet again, but we are going to switch boat 6 and 7 to medics, and I think they were medics at least, and then we still have the warriors still chilling there. They're like, why can't you deploy me? I want to go run and hit some buildings here. But yeah, let's go ahead, get our troops down, and let them work. Again, only stage 4, so you know, defending like the first 6 stages at this level, I'm confident at saying stage 6 even, because stage 6 is usually pretty easy as well. It's like a walk in the park. There's nothing to it. And then every once in a while stage 7 will get you, but you will have the second attack most of the time, unless you like somehow disconnect after throwing the energy and then you don't get any troops down, which is a very Boom Beach thing to happen if you were to like just lose connection to the battle and nothing actually happened. But yeah, we just gotta hope that doesn't happen. And if stage 7 doesn't have any troops, then we will use Private Bullet energy drink twice and probably still take it out, because that's just the state of Private Bullet. But let's go ahead. Why I don't like tanks. I do not like tanks. I think it was only one boat of medics here. I'm trying to think back to last base. Did I even change up? Okay, that's not medics. Let's go ahead. Stage 5 here. I keep seeing the shadow of the mega crab, and I'm like, I get excited for a second, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we just had the mega crab, so we do not get it soon. But before we know it, the June mega crab will probably be here. But let's get our tanks, our one boat of medics out, and now it is time. We don't want to lose too many tanks here, so we're going to go ahead and throw some remote hacks or universal remote. I forget what the ability is called compared to the Everspark actual ability, but we'll go ahead, get rid of those boom cannons, and then yeah, I guess we'll just use the spare GBE here and start barding down the HQ, and this attack will be done. Now we have a chance to lose some medics to this flotsam, maybe not, because the tanks did not step in range, which means the medics were probably not going to step in range either. But down goes stage 5, and like I said, like stage 6, usually pretty easy. Let's see, do we get a curveball this time? And we have tanks once again, but at least we get to use that final boat of tanks. This is like Hammerman's biggest punishment, making me use tanks. Almost dropped Private Bullet there. No problem. My click did not register, even though I did click. But that's a good thing, because I'm not allowed to use them since there are... is that how Hammerman picks his bases? He's like, alright, we got another tank strategy. Like, obviously, once like the base is high enough level to unlock the tanks, he's like, alright, tanks must be a decent base. I don't know any stereotypes on tank players or anything, but yeah, I just don't use them, and I'm not good at this game, so I assume people who use tanks know what they're doing. But down goes stage 6 right there, and now we get to go ahead and see if stage 7 has troops, and I'm scared that Hammerman's gonna big troll us and just, you know, maybe leave out a couple boats untrained or something like that. But if I was a betting man, I would bet it's going to be tanks, and I was right, with 3 boats of medics, and there is one missing from the last boat of tanks, but like I said, we don't do it that way. Like I said, this is just my OCD. We're going to go scout it out again. It is the first 3 boats. That's what I thought of medics. But the good news about this, we can throw some universal remote hacks. Still haven't checked what it's called. A very good temporary GBE ability, probably one of my favorites, because you don't do anything except throw it and then do nothing else. Way more like consistent. I dropped bullet. When did I drop bullet? Oh my gosh. All right, we're not gonna make too big of a deal out of this. Wow, I'm surprised I dropped him. Anyway, let's go ahead and bark down this shock launcher over here, and then we'll save enough energy, get a shock right there, and now our troops should be good. If we got bullet down, might as well use them. We'll pull in a taunt that only taunted the mortar. Ever since they nerfed like the taunt range, I have no idea. It used to be such a large radius of what it would taunt, and then Boom Beach quickly realized how broken Private Bullet was all around, and nerfed his the taunt radius, I guess. But we're gonna lose this first battle. That is justice for me actually putting out Bullet. But yeah, like there's no chance Hammerman can defeat me twice here, right? I don't think so. But yeah, especially since we'll have a bunch more universal remote hacks. You know what? I'm so bugged that I forgot which one it is. We're gonna go back and check it. I'm just gonna go ahead and retreat. The tanks, once they get so sporadic like this, or so, once a lot of them get taken out, it's like torture waiting for the rest to like die off and get a couple more hits on the building, but it's not really worth it because you can get better content in, I guess. But let's go ahead and see what it is. So it is remote hack. Okay. That clears up a lot more. That just clears up pretty well. Let's get a remote hack on that shock blaster. Very annoying. And now we just have to make sure we do not place bullet down, and by doing that we click off of his icon onto the GBE. That's probably what happened. I clicked one too many times, or I thought I was on remote hack and accidentally dropped bullet instead. But I guess I won't be throwing the remote hack where bullet would be able to get placed down. Like you press like right, okay, I guess you can't see where I'm tapping, but I'm like tapping bullet on this boom cannon here. It says invalid location, so that kind of dismantled one theory to the mystery of how I let bullet get deployed there. But down goes stage 7. We're gonna try this out against one player base, but I was kind of selective in the process. I didn't want to use just all tanks or like tank medic, because that's what we did against Hammerman. And then also the other bases I scouted were just like Scorchers and Scorchers Bombardiers, and I used that as my primary strategy. But tank, medic, Bombardier, that is interesting. So we got 3 Bombardiers, 4 tanks, and 1 medic. Let's try that out. And I already forgot the order, so we're not going to go in order like I was for Hammerman there. So it was 3 Bombardiers, get our tanks loaded in, and now we will get our Bombardiers. Of course, I'm actually going to bring a hero this battle. I'll probably just end up bringing energy drink here, which actually maybe that's not the best hero to bring, because energy drink just forces the medics to go up and die, but medics are also not the most useful. Now we got the tough task. Where was that base? Okay, there is the Scorcher Bombardier. Was it down here? We already scouted it out, so okay, down here. That is it. So I'm gonna attack you with your own strategy. I don't think I've used tanks and Bombardiers, or if I did, it wasn't good, and I don't remember, because if it was good, I would probably use it, but I assume it can't be that bad. Bombardiers are just too good, and also, like, even though I'm not a fan of tanks, they're still pretty solid, you know, they're tanky. They're like a substitute for Scorchers and all that, and also we have bullets, so it's kind of hard to mess that one up. But I'm exposing myself to how bad I will be with tanks, tank strat, and I can see our tanks are already starting to struggle. We still have all of our medics alive, though. I'm surprised they didn't just run out trying to heal a private bullet and die on their own. So I guess that's like the victory here. That's because the tanks decided to take some damage as well. So that, if we lose this, which there's still a good chance we do, even with a lot of tanks alive, I guess that will be our small victory for the attack. Somehow we've lost the Bombardier, but also with like the Bombardiers still alive, it is going to be tough to fail this, but watch me. I probably will. Okay, I was like, where's Bullet? Now maybe we will fail. But he is full health. He was hiding in the forest for a quick second, you know. He's probably a lumberjack in his spare time and was going ahead. He probably has a sharp end to his shotgun and was like cutting down a tree. Just for funs, because, you know, taking boom cannon shots so constantly, like, it gets a little stale, so go ahead and chop down a tree instead of attacking the boom cannon. What am I talking about? But there we go. That was us copying defending Hammerman, and then the one funky strat. So tanks and Bombardiers, maybe tanks, you know, get a little bit of brownie points today. They move up the slightest tier for me, for really dislike them, to decent with Bombardiers, but that's like every troop right there. But yeah, thanks for making it to the end. If you are new here, I ask you to subscribe. Daily Boom Beach content. We will revive this community together. But we'll see you guys in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye-bye.